You know that feeling, right? You start a new habit, you're super motivated, and then a few weeks later, poof, you're right back where you started. So why is it so darn hard to make good habits stick, while the bad ones just seem to cling on for dear life? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dig into a huge mistake most of us make and find a better way to think about changing not just what you do, but who you are. Yeah, that's the big question, isn't it? You start out with the best intentions, you've got this burst of energy, but somehow a year later, you'll look around and you're in the exact same spot. What is going on there? Why does that pattern just keep repeating itself over and over again? This right here just nails that whole frustrating feeling. Good habits, they feel so temporary. They take so much work, and man, is it easy to just drop them the second things get tough. But bad habits, they feel like they're a permanent part of us. They're automatic, they take zero effort, and they are so hard to shake. And that leads us perfectly into our first section here, which is all about something I'm pretty sure we've all experienced. That moment when our best intentions just completely fall flat. I mean, think about it. We decide, okay, this is the year I'm going to exercise, or I'm finally going to try meditating. We might buy a new journal or commit to cooking healthy meals. And for that first day, maybe two, it feels amazing. It feels totally doable. You think, I've got this. And then this happens. The source material puts it so perfectly. These new positive things just become a hassle. That initial spark fades, real life kicks in, and the thing that was supposed to be inspiring suddenly feels like just another chore. And on the flip side, you have this problem. While you're fighting tooth and nail just to keep that new workout going for a week, those old unwanted habits, procrastinating, grabbing junk food, they feel like they're set in stone. It's like they're running on a completely different and way more powerful operating system. So if it's not just about willpower, then what is it? That brings us to our second section, where we're going to get to the real reasons this cycle is so common. The source we're looking at here suggests that we fundamentally misunderstand how change really works. This is the million-dollar question, right? If trying harder and being motivated isn't the whole answer, what piece of the puzzle are we missing? Why do our best efforts so often end in failure? Well, according to this, the entire problem, the whole reason we struggle, really just boils down to two things, two critical mistakes. And there they are. Mistake number one, we try to change the wrong thing. And number two, we try to change our habits in the wrong way. So it's not just that our method is off, the how, it's that our entire focus, the what, is pointed in the wrong direction from the very beginning. For the rest of our time here, we are going to zero in on that first mistake, because honestly, it is the big one. Figuring out why we're so often trying to change the wrong thing is the key that unlocks everything else. Which brings us to the core idea of this entire explainer, a totally new way to think about what it is we're trying to accomplish. Let's talk about the layers of change. Okay, so if we're aiming at the wrong target, then what's the right one? To get that, we need to understand that change doesn't just happen on one level. It's way deeper than that. So imagine an onion. The source material asks us to think about change having three layers, just like that. On the very outside, you've got your outcomes. That's the stuff you get. Losing weight, writing a book, the results. The next layer in is your process. That's the stuff you do, your workout routine, your daily writing habit. But the deepest layer, the very core, is your identity. That's about what you believe about yourself. And that is where real, lasting change comes from. See, most of us start from the outside and try to work our way in. We focus on the outcome. I want to lose 20 pounds. But the most powerful way to change is to start from the inside and work your way out. You don't start with the result you want. You start with the kind of person you want to be. So instead of I want to be thin, the goal becomes I am the type of person who is active and healthy. Every time you go for a walk or choose a healthy meal, it's like you're casting a vote for that new identity. And that's the whole secret. True behavior change is identity change. So the question is, which layer are you focusing on?